So this isn't really going to be a how-to, but more of a pain in the butt where to get the parts and what to use. Most people know how to change the oil if you're going to try to change the oil in yourself. So for this Kymco, I got the 500i, I think the 700i, everything I tried to kind of find used that same filter. The we found in the manual, and I'll show a picture in here. It's HF147. So you can find those all over, but even on Amazon, they were shipping from China. So it was going to be 2 weeks so before they get here and things. So what I did was cross-referenced it and kind of found some. Finally came up with the Fram 6107A. Has the same thread pitch and size, and it's exactly the same diameter, but the depth is just a little bit more, but there's plenty of room over here to get to it. A correction on the filter, it is 6017A, not 6107A. I think I said that earlier. It's pretty easy to get to. Let me show you here. I've already got these out because of everything else that I was working on. But the filter's right there. I did send my wife to get me a smaller version of this. This is just from, you know, Walmart, 65 to 67 millimeter filter wrench. That seems to fit right perfectly on there. This does not look like the original filter, so once I get it off, I'll get you the part number of this one also. I don't know what brand it is. It's all on this side. I even tried taking a picture earlier, and I can't get to it because it's on that side. But when I get it off, I'll look at that and show you. And then I'll give you some options of filters to go by. Anyway, for this, you might want to stuff a towel or a rag down there because there's no hole, no nothing. It's just directly onto that skid plate, and it'll drip everywhere. So you probably would have put something underneath there when you take that off. There's your filler cap right there. And then your sight glass is down there. That's what you're supposed to check, but I can't even see. I don't know how you check to see if there's oil in there. Anyway, that's it. This is your filler cap, and I'll give you the specs. I think it's 3.8 quarts if you do a complete change and everything with the filter and stuff. So that's that. To get to the bolt, it's underneath. I've got it jacked up on here, and there is a little hole. There's a little hole up underneath the skid plate or whatever that you can get to. That may not be high enough for my fat belly. Anyway, it should be right there. I can't see it from here, but I'll let you look. And then I have a chart in the manual that I found for this. So let me see if there's two. Yeah, so it's the bolt is the one that they point to in the manual, not the one with the big ring. That must be your magnet or something. But that's mainly what I wanted to show you, is that this part right here, because some people had questions. I've searched on there and I couldn't really find it, but I did find the manual and of which bolt to take off. There is this little hole to drain it. I'm sure you're going to get some right here, but at least it's right here. So I'll show that picture and then I'll get you the part numbers. Nothing hit, came out pretty good. That was a 17 for me and a short extension, and it basically just comes straight down because it's not at any angle or anything. So no mess right there. And it is the bolt without the ring around it. So there we go. Just to recap real quick, I couldn't get this. It's a Wix something the other. Couldn't see the number because this is how not to put an oil filter on. With the wrench and everything, it would not budge. Wouldn't come off of there. So the old trick is get you a big long screwdriver or a punch or something, go through it and use that as basically the filter as a wrench, and finally got it to start. It's either because this one's never been changed, or they forgot to put oil on, or they used this to install it and just cranked it down. So don't ever do that. Hand tighten, as tight as it'll go. If it's a Fram, it usually has that grippy stuff on there. If not, get you a tack cloth or some of those drawer inserts. We keep some of those in the shop because they're really rubbery and they're really good. So do that, give it a little bit more of a crank, and that's all you need for an oil filter. You don't use any kind of wrench to tighten it up or anything like that, or you'll have this mess when you try to take it off. So anyway, so PH6017A, you can cross-reference that with any brand that you like. 17 millimeter wrench was all I needed, and then that was it. So regular oil change after that. This was the the worst part. So the bolt without the little ring around it, I'll show you the picture from the manual, and you should be good to go. So that was the hardest part, was finding the right filter and stuff for this. For my temperature, they do have a little chart. I'll put that in there as well. I went ahead and used the 10W40, I think it said, because it was all ranges. I went ahead and used what it says in the book just because. I'm sure any oil would be fine, but I don't know anything about oils, so I used what it said for my temperature range. Anyway, thanks for watching. As I always say, get outside, maybe do it yourself, save you some money. If not, you'll learn something new. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.